Cruz ordina a Pelayo di allontanare Catalina, ma lui, combattuto tra il suo amore e la lealtà verso di lei, sottolinea le complicazioni derivate dal loro recente litigio. Virtudes, infine, rifiuta di raccontare a Simona cosa sia accaduto con Antonio a Martos, causando grande preoccupazione nella donna. Don Riccardo rimprovera Pia per le sue frequenti assenze, ma lei, in un momento di vulnerabilità, spiega che si reca a Luján per vedere suo figlio. Dopo una telefonata con il duca de los Infantes, Cruz scopre con rammarico che non potrà partecipare al funerale di Jimena. Infine, Maria riceve una misteriosa lettera che la lascia inquieta, segnalando che nuove ombre si stagliano all'orizzonte. Meanwhile, Cruz is growing increasingly frustrated with Catalina's behavior. Catalina fails to attend the meeting with Father Fermin as planned, and this causes a rift between them. Pelayo, seeing an opportunity to settle matters, decides to go alone. Virtudes, ever grateful for Teresa's assistance, reveals her plan to leave and reconcile with her brother, hoping to put the past behind her. Romulo, in his usual composed manner, tells Salvador that he is not ready to be promoted to first valet. Salvador's disappointment is palpable, but Romulo does not waver. Pelayo, in an attempt to mend his strained relationship with Catalina, reaches out, but his efforts fall flat, leaving him heartbroken. Pia offers Virtudes advice on reconciling with her brother without abandoning her work, a suggestion that seems to ease Virtudes' concerns. In the hangar, Jimena stumbles upon photographs of Jana and Manuel from their secret escape together. Enraged, she hides the photos, knowing that they are a dangerous piece of evidence. As tensions rise, Manuel announces to his parents that he might annul his marriage to Jimena, revealing the deception she and Cruz have orchestrated. Romulo, always the bearer of unwelcome news, informs Salvador that his promotion is no longer on the table. He offers Salvador the option of returning to his old position as a lackey, a role Salvador reluctantly accepts. Pelayo finally confesses to Catalina his involvement in the arms trade, a dark secret he's kept hidden for too long. Catalina, unable to accept his past, decides to postpone their wedding, causing a deep divide between them. Virtudes, torn between family duty and personal decisions, explains to Simona that she is heading to Martos to speak with her brother before making any final choices. Margarita and the Count de Ayala share an intimate kiss, a brief moment of passion that unsettles both their lives. Lope secretly buys Vera a beautiful necklace, a symbol of his growing affection for her. Meanwhile, Romulo delivers news of Don Ricardo Pellicer's imminent arrival, the man who will replace him as the new butler. Jimena, unable to bear the weight of her unraveling life, throws herself from a balcony in a desperate act of despair. The fall leaves her in critical condition, with little hope for survival. Simona, distraught, watches over her daughter, while Lope is consumed by guilt over Vera's suitcase full of money, which is now in Cruz's hands. Martina and her mother continue to clash over her relationship with the Count, while Petra, determined to put an end to the affair, confronts him directly. Pelayo, still reeling from Catalina's rejection, demands answers, but Catalina remains resolute in her decision. Romulo stays true to his word and introduces Don Ricardo as the new butler, signaling the end of his tenure. Abel, somber, delivers the news of Jimena's death, and the Duchi de los Infantes immediately decide to take her body back to their family palace, refusing any contact with the Luján family. Don Ricardo's arrival causes friction with Pia, who is frequently absent. She explains her visits to her son, Diego, and the two come to an understanding. Romulo, ever the bearer of bad news, brings a bag found by Maria to the Marcheses. Cruz, recognizing it, takes ownership of it immediately. Virtudes, shaken by her visit to Martos, returns home, but despite her efforts to hide it, she bursts into tears in front of Simona. Petra, still suspicious of Ignacio's relationship with Margarita, accuses him of kissing her, but Ignacio denies it, reaffirming his feelings for Simona and his plans to take down Cruz. Vera, knowing Lope's turmoil over the suitcase, admits that the money belongs to her father. Lope, torn between his conscience and loyalty, consults with Salvador, who advises him to convince Vera to give up the money, now in Cruz's control. Cruz, with her usual ruthlessness, orders Pelayo to distance Catalina from the situation, but Pelayo is reluctant to carry out her orders, still feeling the sting of Catalina's rejection. Virtudes, when pressed by Simona, refuses to share what transpired with Antonio in Martos, causing Simona to worry and consider speaking with her son directly. Don Ricardo confronts Pia over her absences, but she calmly explains her reasons, leaving him less than satisfied. After a phone call with the Duke of Los Infantes, Cruz learns that she will be unable to attend Jimena's funeral. In the midst of all this, Maria receives a mysterious letter, its contents leaving her deeply uneasy.